Hi, this is Sebastian and I'm going to do something very special today. I'm going to install MRV with IPython for use with the system interpreter in Maya 2011 on Windows XP 64. Everything is 64-bit here. And yeah, if you have seen one of the previous videos with Linux or OS X, you've seen how easy it should be to get that going, but Windows is a totally different topic, and I'm just going to do this in a quite an improvised way. I know what I'm doing and what I want to do, and I've done this before, but yeah, it might save you a few hours of trying to figure this out. Good. So that's the installation docs that you might see if you start, and we just skipped right to the point. To the developer installation, and actually part of this is described here as well. For example, the installation of IPython, which requires something extra. But it is written in quite a few short words, and probably half of the issues that you're going to face are not in there. So let's just try together, basically, to get this going. So first of all, well, actually I just want to have a Python 2.6 to be able to run, Maya 2011. That's one Maya that I've installed. It's not even licensed, but as you can start it in batch mode without a license, that's all you need to develop MRV or write scripts or Python scripts or something like that, or WinMeta scripts if you want to. So we can have a look at this and get Python 2.6 installed. As I have Maya 2011 64-bit, I will need a 64-bit Python as well. So I've taken the liberty to download all the stuff in advance, and let's see what we get with it. Okay, so that's the default Python installation that you can download from their site. MyE is your C, I guess. And let's just go for it. It should be pretty fast to install. And having a look at this one here, Python 2.6 is there already. Good. But it's really just a basic Python installation, and it wouldn't allow us to use easy install, which is what we want after all, to get these or a few of these installed. Nose, for example, is a good thing to have to run the unit tests. You actually need it as a minimum requirement if you want to develop anything, and IPython is just a gem that you definitely want to have as well for testing and learning, of course. Good, but we don't have all this yet. Let's try to get easy install. Easy install is included in the setup tools, and I really have just downloaded the newest version that they have here, and obviously it's only for 32-bit Windows, but it actually works as well for 64-bit. That's at least what I thought, or the feeling that I have gotten. So let's try this. So it should automatically find the Python 2.6 installation, but it doesn't do it for some reason. It doesn't work. So you can't even specify the directory manually because it's a really bad installer. So you have to find a workaround. Good. I've downloaded Python 2.5. It's a 64-bit version as well. I'm going to install it just very quickly and not register it because I don't want to have it as a default Python interpreter. Okay. So if we look here, you'll see that very soon, Python 2.5 will pop up here. There we go. Okay, I've downloaded setup tools for Python 2.5, which is pretty nice. And I try the same thing here. It's kind of the same situation, same version of setup tools, but a different Python version. on the 64-bit version as well. And for some reason it finds Python 2.5, but it doesn't find Python 2.6. Don't ask me why, just like that. So we kind of have a workaround here by using Python 2.5 as a dump for our installations. That's what we do. The cool thing is that many of these modules here are pure Python, so you can just really copy them back and forth between the versions, and that's what we're going to do. It's a bit of a hack, and it's not necessarily working for everything, but I have to do it that way, I guess. Good. So in our scripts folder, which has been created for us, we see the easy install executables, which pretend to be exe files, but it's just internally calling Python and the easy install script, which is necessary in Windows because you don't have things. So to run this properly, we need a command prompt and cd to the directory where we installed Python 2.5 in. Oops, old habits. Yeah, ls works for me because I have git installed and I put it into the path. So for you it doesn't necessarily work. It's dir in the command prompt. And now I can easily install a few things. I try to install everything. Let's see how much I get. I will install it for Python 2.5. We will need it for Python 2.6 though. Okay, let's paste it here. Right click should work for you if you want to paste it. If it doesn't work, you can right click properties and then this insert mode and quick edit mode. Try to play around with these. One of these is doing what you want. And yeah, I'm in quick edit mode obviously, but let's just try this. You need an internet connection for this. So it's pulling nose already, that's good. It's pure Python, so there is no trouble expected with that. And the next thing would be, what is it? epydoc. Alright, so epydoc doesn't work. There are separate installers for this though, so you can just put this away, try things instead. Those we have already. Oops, one too much. Things might work, but it actually doesn't, because there is a bug in easy install. Well, I don't want to say anything wrong. Oh no, there is one of the dependencies doesn't install properly. There was something wrong with it. No, great, it works. Perhaps with Python 2.6. You see, I'm a burned child when it comes to these installations because I have had so much fun with it already. Okay, Git Python should work. And IPython is a separate topic, so IPython will not work at all. I mean, actually the actual IPython is something that you can get, but a few dependencies will be missing. That's what we have to install manually. So basically what we are doing right now is we try to get as much installed as possible on Python 2.5, and then we copy it over to Python 2.6, which is a mess, but it works. The good news is this extreme trouble that I'm going through right now is something that you only have to do if you want to use the system Python interpreter. If you use MyAppy, it's kind of easier because the only thing you need to do is to get a zip or whatever of MRV, extract it into the right place, and there you are. This is all described in all its beauty on the first page if you want to go that way, but the developer installation actually says that it is using the system interpreter and not necessarily MyAppy. And this works on Windows as well, but it's a bit more troublesome to get it to work.